Shout out to your boy real quick, Oli Hart. This is his video right here. Go subscribe to Oli Hart and please give this video a thumbs up because he knows what he's talking about. So we're gonna go with the Meliodas damage, OP damage.
So I was able to deal over 500,000 damage with Meliodas in 7
He said he'll deal over 500,000 damage with Meliodas, bro. That is insane. That's literally half a mil.
deadly since Origin, and here's how I did it. Alright then, let's first start off by talking about the actual team I did use that helped me achieve over 500k damage. And of course we did have Meliodas in this team with also Tristan, Hendrickson, and even Daisy, who are all going to help support my Meliodas in dealing lots and lots of damage. But as for all of the masteries that I did use for all of these characters when it came to
Okay, so team is very important in this game, guys. Team comps are very important because he said he would deal the damage that he achieved with the team. So they probably gave him a boost and stuff.
Meliodas, I used his longsword mastery. For Tristan, I just used his dual swords mastery. Then for Hendrickson, I used his lance mastery. And finally, for Daisy, I used her book mastery. Also, I do want to touch on why the likes of Hendrickson and especially Daisy are very, very good with Meliodas. And starting off with Hendrickson, basically with his passive Veteran Grandmaster.
Okay, so his passive at Grandmaster, he says, increases all allies' heroes' darkness damage by 5% for 15 seconds. When attacking an enemy with darkness burst activates max 20%.
He can increase all allied heroes' darkness damage by 5% for 15 seconds when you are attacking an enemy with the darkness burst, and that can go up to a 20% increase. He can also apply a buff called Berserk through his special attack, and this will basically increase all of your allies' darkness attack by 20%. Then
That's
finally,
crazy.
Hendrickson's ultimate called Acid Down can inflict a debuff
ultimate?
called Curse onto your enemy, which will inflict darkness damage equal to 15% of his attack every 3 seconds, but can further decrease their darkness defense by 15%, making him a very good support for melee. However, as for Daisy, one of her most important things is going to be her ultimate as well, because it can decrease your enemy's
Okay, so Daisy's ultimate inflicts damage equal to 261% of attack and decreases crit defense by 30%. That is crazy. Skill cooldown 10 seconds, magic consumption 3. That's crazy. That is
crit
crazy.
defense by 30%, and as well her two skills being her normal and special attack skill can also buff your entire team's crit stats, with her normal skill buffing crit damage and also crit rate, but then for her special attack she can only buff critical hit damage as well as also attack speed. Tristan on the other hand is
So she's basically a buff crit user. So she buff crits, which is really good. So Daisy's gonna be top S tier for me, bro. For like support wise, you know what I'm saying? Top S for support.
basically only here so we can use him to combine ultimates with either Meliodas or Daisy as well. Then of course Meliodas' kit is obviously going to be a huge reason why we do so much damage with him, because starting off with his passive, this can basically decrease the darkness burst duration by 3 seconds, but can also allow him to additionally inflict damage equal to 100% of his attack when landing a skill on an enemy with the darkness burst activated. His special attack can also increase his darkness attack even further by up to a 50% increase, but well, you can only really achieve that once the darkness burst is activated. Meliodas' normal skill though is actually pretty good because it can restore the magic gauge by 100 when attacking an enemy with darkness burst activated. However, finally his ultimate Blazing Cross is going to be where we get pretty much all of our damage from, because it does have a pretty good multiplier of 342% of his attack is damage for a 2 magic consumption. Then just like the rest of his kit, when the darkness
So he's basically doing like a darkness burst build, like team, because that's what it looks like.
Burst is actually activated, you can increase the damage dealt to enemies with Darkness Burst by 100%, but it will then actually remove it, which is kind of why it does so much damage, because it does remove the Darkness Burst afterwards. So that's pretty much everything that you need to know when it comes to the team that I've personally been using for Meliodas, and again, I'm sure there's going to be many more ways for you to use him and to improve on what this current setup is, but this is just overall my personal best setup that I've currently found within the limited time I've been playing the game. But I think it's now time I show you how this team works in practice so you can get a full idea of how the team plays and how it works. Alright, so here we are. We're going to be taking on the Red Demon on hard mode to properly test out this team. I could do it on Nightmare, but that would just take very long for me to beat. So yeah, basically with this team, once we have started off by using Daisy's skills and also Hendrickson, we also want to just bring in Tristan so we can use all of his and everyone else's skills to generate as much magic as possible, because your ultimate skills are very important in dealing damage with this team, and you do need a lot of magic to do it. Because for example, the way we're going to do this is bring in Daisy, use her skills to apply all of the buffs that we want. Then we're going to use the combined ultimate of Daisy and Tristan to get everything that we want. Let's just move out the way. Bring in Hendrickson. Use his skills. Then we can have the Darkness Burst. Get the attack buff with melee. And then, yeah, we're about to do a lot of damage. There you go.
Oh.
Not even a crit, and we did over 100k right there. Okay, let's move out of the way of all of these, and then I can show you another way of actually how you can use Meliodas to do a lot of damage as well. And then basically, it's just going to be rinse and repeat. We're going to try and get as much magic back as possible, as quickly as we can. Make sure we get out of the way of him. There we go. Let's bring back in melee, use his skills. Look at that, 11k just on that alone. It's kind of nice. Make sure we have our tag gauge up as well, so we can stun it whenever we need to. Yeah, let's bring in Tristan.
So he's basically just doing it over and over. Rinse and repeat, like you said.
This time we're going to do something different. We're going to start off with Daisy into Hendrickson. We have the Darkness Burst already, which is pretty nice, but we don't really need this one. I bring in melee. Then we can use his and Tristan's together. There we go, to reapply the Darkness Burst. Stun.
Oh, look at his health just drop, bro. His health is just dropping. Oh my god, his health is dropping.
I was going to use the ultimate there because then we could get even more damage. But yeah, I mean, we just did way too much damage.
Yo, that's pretty good, man. Yo, these ads, man. I don't pay for that YouTube.
It was kind of crazy, I can't lie. Okay, I thought I might as well then talk you through exactly how I did over 500k damage with this team, and it was against the Albion Mutant on easy mode, because obviously easy difficulty enemies will take more damage than hard or nightmare difficulty enemies, and it's basically going to be the same sort of stuff where we use all of our ultimates in quick succession and then get all of our damage with melee as soon as possible. But when it comes to the Albion Mutant, this boss does also have a huge amount of HP, and when you are attacking its core that you can see in its chest right there, it does then take bonus damage, so that's why we can achieve such high damage numbers. So basically the plan is just to build up our magic gauge, and also
this is more like boss raids, so like, you know, bosses and stuff, like big boss raids. That man's huge, bro.
Which is kind of annoying because it's going to stop us from climbing a little bit, but that's fine because we're going to climb up with Hendrickson now, and then we're going to swap into
Daisy. You gotta get up to his core, destroy it.
Get her crit damage buff.
Which is a weakness.
And we use her combo ultimate with Tristan.
See how much his health drops though.
So we can apply the Darkness Burst into melee.
Oh my god.
We can use his ultimate to then get all of the damage that we want. But
bro,
we
his
crit,
health
so
just dropped
but it
to
was
like
close to around 400k, which is still very, very
that
good.
was a
Also,
big
finally, when it
chunk.
came to all of my Meliodas
That was a big
stats,
chunk.
build, etc., here are his stats right here. We have over 9,000 attack on him, which
Okay, so his attack over 9,000, his defense, all right, and his HP, right? 9,000. I'm not sure if that's a lot, but pretty sure that's a lot. I'm not too sure, but
it's really, really high. I think it's pretty damn good, and hopefully I'll be able to get him to 10k pretty soon. For his other stats, we have around 28% crit rate, around 52% crit damage, and then unfortunately only 184 darkness attack because it's pretty difficult to get darkness attack gear. For the equipment builds, then I guess we
okay, so darkness attack gear, if he gets that up, he does more damage than what he actually does. So we have darkness gear, bro. We have different types of gears in this game. I don't want to get into this video about gears, but I will probably do a video about it. Maybe, who knows? We'll see.
We have his engraved equipment, the Dragon Sin of Wrath, which is obviously very, very powerful.
Okay. Oh wait, let's go back. So this is the Dragon Sin of Wrath, equipment HP, okay, equipment defense, ultimate move damage increased by 12%, darkness damage increase by 13%, and crit damage 4.73, lightning damage increase 2 points. So we have some gear that does lightning damage increase, crit damage increase, darkness, like I've mentioned earlier, and ultimate move damage increase, crit damage, level 1 endless drive. So it's like a skill. Using the ultimate move while hero has a darkness attack boost decreases the cooldown of normal skill proportional to the number of tag points up to 80% for 10 seconds. That's pretty good. So we have some like skills and stuff on each. I don't know if it's on these gear too. Pretty sure they are, but it is on the chest piece or the armor.
It's obviously very, very powerful because using the ultimate move whilst your hero has a darkness attack boost can decrease the cooldown.
You know what that means though? Bro, there's gonna be a lot of gear probably in this game, and you can like mix and match with a lot of characters and their abilities and stuff. It's crazy. It's like, yo, that's gonna be a lot.
Of your normal skill proportional to the number of tag points that you have, up to 80%, so it's pretty damn good. Following that, I'm also running the 2-set effect bonus of the Burning Hollow
Oh my
set.
god, they have, bro, what? They got 2-piece set and you get like extra bonuses, 4-piece set, 7-piece is crazy. That is, yo, what? Oh man, the build's about to be crazy in this game.
because this can give up to a 5.5% increase to your critical hit rate, so
Jeez.
pretty damn good. But for the final piece, I just used my highest level ring that I did have so I could get as much equipment attack as possible, and that's pretty much it for my whole entire build. So there you have it, that is my, I guess, complete showcase for Meliodas and my build for him, so I could do over 500k damage. And it's definitely safe to say that he's a very, very powerful DPS in this game, maybe one of the strongest, I'm not entirely sure yet. But overall, if you did enjoy this video or you just found it useful in general, then don't forget to like and subscribe, and as always, I will see you all in the next video. Peace!
Yo. Yo, like and subscribe this dude, man. Like, for real, like, I'm about to give him a subscribe, and I'm about to like his video. And make sure you leave a comment. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, guys, you guys should definitely take some notes on this game because there is a lot to learn and there is a lot of stuff on this game. Like, I'm playing on day one and I will be planning streaming this on Twitch, guys. If you guys want, yeah, just subscribe to my YouTube videos and like them too. You don't gotta like them actually, you know. If you like him, you like him. I'm just here to show y'all content in the game. But yeah, there you go, Meliodas OP, bro. Meliodas about to be OP, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, Meliodas about to be OP when the game comes out. But yeah, stay tuned for more videos and peace out. Night.